guys, not only am I hooked up, guys, but so is, look, guys, Terry's hooked up too. Look, he's hooked up and I hooked up, guys. Double hookup. World's first double hookup. Good morning, everybody. So, I'm gonna end up being about 2 minutes late for this trip. I'm waiting on Terry. And as you can see, I've offered front door service here. I went and disconnected the trailer. I've pulled up to the front door, got the door wide open waiting. And now we're just gonna sit here and see how much longer it takes Terry to make it down here. So while we're waiting on Terry, let me explain what we're doing. We're down here in Fairhope, Alabama. I knew as soon as I started recording he would show up, so here comes Terry. Terry?
Hey.
You know we got a timeline, right? What time we're supposed to be there, sir?
What time is it?
I thought you were spending all this time getting dressed. That's what you're wearing? So anyway, we're down here in Fairhope, Alabama, about to hook up with Ugly Fishing Charters to go out fishing.
Nasty fishing.
Terry said, who is that we're going with again? Nasty Fishing Charters? I'm like, no, Terry, it's Ugly. Oh yeah, no, same thing. But anyway, so we're going fishing with Captain Patric and Ugly Fishing Charters down here in Fairhope, Alabama. Let's doing something a little different. Let's see how it goes today. All right, so we made it to the boat ramp. You want to guess what we're doing again?
Waiting on me.
Waiting on Terry.
Waiting on.
While we're waiting on Terry, let me introduce you guys to somebody. This is John Callagaz. John is the what would you call the brains?
Founder.
Founder of Fishing Chaos.
There's a lot of brains at Fishing Chaos.
So here's what we're doing. We booked a trip through one of the charter services. One of the things that Fishing Chaos does outside of the tournament stuff that we do with those guys is they have a charter service portion of their app. And I've been on a lot of guided trips in my life. The way that we booked the trip through Fishing Chaos, accepted the trip, you could show how you split the trip up, you added guests to it, got the notification this morning when I got ready to leave the hotel. I literally just opened up my booking, hit pickup location, get directions. So anyway, John, tell us a little bit about the Fishing Chaos charter service side of the business.
Well, we consider ourselves your $99 a month secretary. So we don't take a cut of the bookings, which is nice. We're just a flat fee. We handle everything from your online calendar to all your trip types, to the deposits, to the final transactions, to all the communication with the guest, what to bring, all that stuff's all automated. And so really the captains, they don't have to even talk to the clients if they don't want to, but typically once they book the trip, then they'll have communications within app, and they can do everything to set up the trip and communicate with them so that they can have fun.
Cool. So guys, we're gonna give you by the way, still waiting on Terry, but we're gonna give you guys a full kind of walkthrough of how this works when we head over to the headquarters tomorrow. I'll twist John's arm to get him to do like a mock walkthrough of how that works and some of the other stuff that's exciting. We're down here in the home of Fishing Chaos. Well, we're in Fairhope, they're in Mobile, but we're gonna head over to the headquarters tomorrow and kind of talk about some of the next coming advancements in the catch, photo, release, and beyond world. So anyway, Fishing Chaos, Fairhope, Alabama is that way. Gulf is that way. We're gonna go that way.
We are gonna go trout fishing. We're gonna head up into this little creek first, see if they're active, see if they're feeding, and once the sun comes up a little bit, we're gonna drop down in here and hit some piers, hit some docks, see if we can find some trout, maybe a few redfish. Throwing mostly soft plastics, but we'll throw some hard baits in there as well.
Did you realize we're fishing artificial today, Terry?
What?
This is not popping corks and cut bait on bottom.
He did bring the manners, didn't he?
All right, guys, so that's what we're here for. Fishing for them yellowmouth. And Patric's doing a little tagging. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but
Yep, we're going, right now what I like to do is let them kind of condition in the live well, make sure they're gonna stay upright, not bleeding or anything, and then we'll just do a quick tag and run and just burn up a bunch of tags as quick as we can. That way we don't spend any time trying to chase the fish around, beating them up or whatever.
There you go. So we've been here About 15 minutes. Terry got his first speck. John's hooked up 7 and lost them and just landed 1. And then Patrick just landed 1, and I've done a long distance release. So show us what we're catching them on there, Captain.
So what we're using is a lure called a slick lure. Joey Landrino's making these lures. He's over in the Big Bend of Florida. These come in several different colors, but we have them rigged on an owner beast hook with the weight. And man, it's a very simplistic lure. Just work it real slow. It's a good wintertime bait. This one is actually in the pea-mint color. You're throwing the cool beans, which is, man, the cool beans is probably one of the best all-around colors. But I just wanted to throw something a little bit different to make sure that there wasn't a hotter, more effective lure or a more effective color. And then we've got Terry throwing a bomber badonkadonk, a little hard bait, kind of looks like a mirror lure. MR17, but it's just a little bit different than that. That's what we're all fishing right now.
Cool, let's get them. So Patrick, can you tell me what you're working with right there?
Working with enough braided line.
Is that Terry's handiwork?
This is Terry's handiwork.
Good night.
But you know, with a little bit of patience, you can sometimes get these out.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, the one wrong mistake of like pulling it, getting that knot in there real nice and tight, just got to go start cutting this stuff out. But I'm gonna give it a shot, see if I can get this thing out of here.
What level of novice do you think it takes to create that kind of mess on a spinning rod?
I don't know.
Would you consider that master novice, or maybe like master novice?
Master novice.
Terry, we're gonna award you master novice, not creator today. Ha ha ha! You are dubbed.
Starting here.
What's that?
I got another one starting here.
But I will say that usually a wind knot of this magnitude is usually due to not catching enough fish.
Yeah, and notice how windy it is out here, guys. It's super windy.
Yep. 3-foot chop coming in hot and heavy.
I honestly think that's the first time I've ever seen a spinning rod backlashed. How'd you pull that off, Terry? Do you want to share that with us?
If anybody could do it, it'd be me.
Look at here, Dad. It's coming together. It's all
getting her?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, son.
What we pay you for?
It's the Pro Guide knot removal.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Bam!
All pro line untangler guy.
All pretty. Look at that.
Where's your pliers?
All right, John, what do you think?
It's going great.
You think Terry's going to suck less at this spot or about the same?
It's probably going to be more sucking because there's more stuff to hang up on.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
So basically, we're taking the treble hook lure away. Is that correct? Is that what we're doing, Terry?
Yes.
Are we taking the
yes,
treble
I'm
hook?
going barbless. This is a barbless trophy section.
Let's just tie you a soft plastic on with a screw lock. Do you want to go ahead and do this public service announcement about melanoma right now while we're here?
Yeah.
So guys, listen, if you fish outdoors and you don't think sunscreen's important like I have most of my life, now I wear face masks and hoods and all that kind of stuff, but Terry, can you point out what's going on right here with the...
I had a melanoma spot right here on my temple. Thought that it was nothing to worry about. Got it biopsy, found out it was melanoma, and when they did the surgery, they did Mohs surgery right here, pull a divot out of my head about 3.5 inches round. And then to sew it back up, when they found out the perimeter was good, they cut me from my eye up below the hole, down my hairline to my ear, and split whatever that's called in half. And then
you guys comment below in the video if you can tell us what that little, I'm like, I'm not going to touch it, but
the little thing
that
covers
thing right
your ear
there,
hole.
yeah, that little middle piece.
I know that's the lobe, but I don't know what that is. But anyway,
The little middle piece part.
The little dangly thing.
The inner part.
yeah, the doctor took my face, pulled my flesh and skin loose, and moved my face up over the hole and sutured it.
Boys and girls at home, cover up if you're fishing in the sun, and definitely put on some sunscreen. He's still back here catching. I like him. He's still back here catching fish. He's like, you know what? He's like, you can be hooked all you want. Here, film all this.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I heard
You
it.
see me dressed up.
I clean up nice.
I heard you. I heard you.
Appreciate it, Patrick.
So just hand me your good hand. And I'll.
Here, you want to just grab it by the lure?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll both be hooked up together. Can you put that in slow-mo right there? All right, cool.
Should have.
You don't have any split ring pliers, do you? To take the lure off? Not that big a deal.
I mean, you can cut that hook off.
Hey, you got that sucker in there good, didn't you? All right. Here, hold that.
Hold on there, dude.
Hold that part right there. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
You want to take my braid off?
Huh? No.
Well, the good thing is your hands are probably freezing like the rest of us.
First time I got on Patrick's boat, I didn't know it was going to be like this. Thought he was going to get the fish together.
All right, so guys, what I did is just made the loop around the tip of his finger, and I'm gonna pull that taut like that right there. I don't really like doing this with the lure on it, but
Do we need to tie something on the lure?
here's what we're gonna do, son. Sir, right there. I need you to point that finger straight, right? And don't loosen your hand up, okay? Ready? Well, hold on a second, sir. There we go. Just like that. There you go, sir. Who do I send the invoice to for the hospital bill?
Judson Pizzotti.
All right, cool. So that first time, just so you know, you went with me. You know what I mean? So what I did is I tickled the bottom of your hand so you thought I was going, and then you pulled, and then I jerked it. So the first time you went with me, which is why it didn't come out.
That's why it didn't come out.
Yeah,
and
so
this is unfair, so it's got the barb on the outside.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the second time I pushed down on it harder, and I don't know if you remembered, I wiggled your hand, so you kind of moved, and then I'd already taken it, and I went.
What's your name?
Chad Hoover.
Chad Hoover. Appreciate
Yes, sir.
it, buddy.
I'm running for governor of Alabama, so I would appreciate your vote. No, I'm not. I got all my teeth, so I'm not qualified.
Here you go.
That's West Virginia. Sorry.
Appreciate it,
buddy's over here still catching.
He's still catching fish. Look at that.
Jeffrey Morgan.
How y'all
business partner.
Jeffrey Morgan's over there still catching. He's like, you can be hooked all you want to. I'm gonna keep catching fish.
Yeah, I'm used to catching bass, so this is a
We do
That's
too.
great.
That's what I do. Is primarily bass fish. Look at you. Yeah, buddy.
nice trout. I know, man. They still love me.
All right, guys. So now we're gonna show you the purpose of this trip, which was to come out here and catch some fish, so that Patrick could tag some of them. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and let Captain Patrick explain to you how the tagging program works, and then we're gonna watch him tag some fish and release them. So here we go, tagging some fish. All right, Captain. So give me the rundown on what we got going on here.
All right, so we have my tag is my kit's kind of worn out, but this is a combination effort, collaborative effort between USA Department of Marine Science. That's where the data is going. And CCA of Alabama is doing the funding. They provide us with the tags, with the unique number, and with the instructions that they need the length. And then you have a website where you're going to go tags.usouthl.edu.
Cool. And I'll
So-
post that link down in the description box,
And
guys.
we're about to jump in. So what we did is we put all the fish into the live well. All of them are doing well on their own, just chilling in the live well. So we know that they're gonna take the tag real easy, and we're just gonna tag them, let them go. And I'm gonna do all this through the Fishing Chaos app.
So we didn't exactly film all the fish we caught, but just to show you guys, like we laid the smack down this morning. We probably caught 40, 50 fish, but we put, 12 or 15 of them in the live well. How many tags did you have?
I think I had 11.
You had
tags,
11.
yeah.
So, all right, so we put 11 in the live well. Anyway, let's watch the captain in action.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Fishing Chaos app. We're gonna go to the catch log. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in as much information about what I'm tagging. So I'm gonna put in my fish type, speckled trout. We will enter the length of the fish after I tag it. So we'll go ahead and put the tag ID in here. So this way when I grab a fish, it doesn't matter which fish I grab. I'm gonna take it out, we're gonna measure it, stab it, and let it go. Live release, so.
All right, so explain to everybody what you mean by stab it.
Well, so this is the insertion tool. Tag goes down in there, and then we're about to show you what happens. So we want to get a full length of the fish. So his nose is butted up, and his full length is 17 inches. We're gonna go back in here. What we want to do is see where his dorsal fin bones are. We want to catch that plastic barb on one of those bones from his fin, and right there it hooked on real nice. You don't want to pull it real hard because it is plastic and it'll pop out, but you want to pull it snug enough to where it's not going to pull through the flesh.
There we go.
You'll catch his breath and take off.
There you go, swimming off fat and sassy. So now we're gonna do this back to the app.
Yep, back to the app. And we measured it 17 inches. And let's see. Now, what the cool thing about the Fishing Chaos app is we could build a tackle box and say exactly what lure we caught it on, and give some more instructions and notes. I mean, it's a good source for all your catch log information. But there it shows exactly where we caught the fish, and push submit, and it goes in, and that fish is done, and we'll do it.
Now, so just so the folks at home, and maybe this is a John question, and maybe you know, so how does that information get to who needs it through the Fishing Chaos app? Is that a cooperative that's already set up?
Yeah. So John with Fishing Chaos has got it. He's worked with the Sea Lab. All the information goes to the Sea Lab, and they are the ones that enter all the data. They're the data collection point. John's figured it out or worked it out with them to where when I push submit, it goes to a spreadsheet. All the information goes to a spreadsheet in Google Drive, and the Sea Lab's able to access that information and then put it all into their database, and that's
awesome.
it, man. It's
cool.
it's a nice, easy flow. Because before I did it with Fishing Chaos, I would either have a notebook or something that would be a process of documenting everything here, and then going back to the house and taking that time to enter those tags at a later date. And a lot of times you may think about it, it's like, well, I'll do my tagging today. Well, next thing you know, you've got 40 or 50 tags on a logbook, and it takes forever to get that information in. And I want to try. I love this feature because I'm able to do it. It's submitted. It's off of my to-do list immediately.
And you don't have to worry about filling out a notebook with wet hands and on a boat and all that craziness. And
That's right.
You already have your phone.
That's right.
Cool.
So
let's tag a few more.
we're gonna do it again. So like we did before, we're just gonna have the type of fish, our tag ID, and we could do weight as well. But the length is the easiest and fastest thing. So what we're collecting here is we're collecting the date, the location, and the fish length, the fish type, all in one quick shot.
Cool.
That one caught real nice. I mean, it snugged up real good. So main thing is we want to have these tags to where they don't push out or shed, because a fish's body can push it out almost like a splinter in a human. There he goes.
There it goes. So one of the major reasons we're excited about working with the folks at Fishing Chaos is their app is more than just a tournament management app. The app is really founded in science first, and then, the catch, photo, release tournaments are an opportunity to get more species of fish and to get more samples that are going to be used for conservation, working with the CCA, working with state agencies and things along those lines. And like for this trip when we went out and did the tagging thing, that was really cool to see because I've actually participated in tagging over the years. That was frustrating, that was difficult, and then it was time consuming. The Fishing Chaos app makes that super simple. And not only is it super simple now, but they've got some things that they showed us behind the scenes that are going to make it even easier. So I'm really excited about what the future holds for working with Fishing Chaos, but we're also really stoked about the opportunity to have a tournament management system app that's got a lot of technology that's backed by a company that are fishermen. Like, you walk into their headquarters and there's fish everywhere. You walk into their, up to their desk and they got fishing pictures on their desks. And these guys are tech guys that, could make a ton of money doing other tech stuff in the rest of the industry, but they chose to take their skill sets, combine it with their passion, and create a business that's, passion driven, technology driven, and build a really smooth software service, for booking charters. We booked a charter with Ugly Fishing Charters, our Captain Patric. I've never booked a trip that smooth. I wish like hotel apps and other things that we use for booking were that great, were that simple, were that easy to use, and were that comprehensive. In fact, we're going to start using it this year as I start guiding again with Nick and JG from T and Moving Waters, and setting up the page was super simple. Some of the advancements that they've been able to make just by taking advice from the kayak bass fishing staff have been unbelievable. So they're great to work with. They've got a roadmap of things that they showed us that are literally next level, industry first type stuff. I'm excited to be working with these guys. I'm excited about the future of catch photo release, catch video release, and some of the other stuff that I can't even talk about yet that I really want to tell you guys about so bad I can't stand it. Unfortunately, I can't share that just yet. So listen, if you're looking for the ultimate fishing app for tournament fishing, for booking charters, for running your charter service, if you want to simplify things, check out the folks at Fishing Chaos. You can find them on fishingchaos.com, fishing_chaos on Instagram, or Fishing Chaos on Facebook. I'm super excited about what the future holds. Can't wait to get back to Mobile, do another trip with these guys. We've got a couple trips planned to go do a little bit more aggressive tagging. Yeah, great group of folks in a cool little town that's had a renaissance. I'm originally from Louisiana, so every time I go back to Mobile, Mobile's like a little bit of home. It's got that Cajun, voodoo, Louisiana feel about it, and not so far from my house. It's actually the closest to any coast that I can go to. So if I want to go get my saltwater fix on, yeah, Mobile, Alabama is the place to be. It's a good time. And the folks at Fishing Chaos are just jacked up about what they do for a living. You can see it in the way that they interact when they're working on projects. You can see it in looking at their vision board and their roadmap and all these other things. They want to take their expertise and bring it to software development that makes fishermen's lives easier. So check out the folks at Fishing Chaos.
Hey guys, my name is Thomas Sasser. I'm the one who answers all the support emails, answers the support questions. I started doing this knowing John from years ago, working in a different company. I was a support guy there, liked the fishing side of it, like what we're trying to bring into the fishing world. Helped set up all the tournaments, all the clubs, any questions with your catch logs, things like that.
Cool. So what's your favorite type of fishing?
I really enjoy fishing for redfish. They're fun. They're put up a good fight. Small ones put up a good fight. They're just kind of fun to look for them and catch them.
All right. So what's your favorite redfish lure? How do you catch them?
Live shrimp under a popping cork.
Perfect. Love it. Honesty. All right, man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Cool.
My name is Chris Fuller, CHRISFULLER.
All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do.
Hey guys, my name is Chris Fuller. I am a software developer for Fishing Chaos with a focus in mobile development for iOS and Android.
All right, Chris, let me ask you a question. Talk to me about this I love cats sign at the front of your desk. How did that come into being?
That was actually given to me by one of my best friends on my 40th birthday. We had a big cat-themed party for my birthday.
I love cats! Woo!
Is that because you love cats, or is there like an inside joke?
I have a cat, and I do like cats, so
What kind of cat is it?
It's a black cat named Midnight.
Can you give us a picture of the cat to drop into the video here?
Sure.
All right, thanks, man.